Good morning, everyone. How you doing out there in this social media world? It's been a long time since I've been on here doing a video. I guess been busy doing business. But listen, that's no excuse. We owe it to you. One thing we have decided to do is always share our experiences with you. And so I got to get back to video recording and sharing things on social media. But so as I get lessons, and we're working on something right now as far as this whole video platform. But as I get these lessons and everything, I want to make sure that I start sharing them quicker and on a place like this so you can learn from them. So today's lesson, real quick, so let me get to it and stop talking. For those who are watching, like, subscribe, and share whatever platform you're catching this on. But one of the last lessons I've learned, as many others I've learned that I should have recorded, but they'll be coming soon. One of the last lessons I've learned is about leadership. If you're a business owner, especially if you're a business owner, or anything else, leader, wherever else, but specifically in business. If you're a CEO, if you are just anybody, especially CEOs, you need to learn how to lead with instructions and not influence. I share this with experience because, me being a pastor and, doing a lot of things in the church, I'm used to leading with my charisma. People got to do things for free. And so you got to be able to influence them and encourage them. And so, but that don't convert over to the business world, into our, entrepreneurship. We have to make sure we're willing to lead with instructions. Watch this here. Leading with instructions forces you to do some things that leading by influence don't force you to do. If I lead with influence, it just forces me to get people to like me, get people to, act like they like me in my face. And, and I got to work extra hard to continue influencing people. It's a lot of energy you got to lose doing this, but especially the fact that, you got to use you in everything. But when you lead by instructions, it forces you to do something else. When you lead by instructions, it forces you to say what you want to get done. Then it forces you to observe how well they respond. And now, if they don't respond well, now you got to adjust your delivery and make sure you made it clear enough. Now you back up again and watch how they respond. Now you got to check and see how their response was. At some point, you got to decide, am I not giving the instructions clear enough? Or are they unable to listen to my instructions? And making this assessment will force you to change you, to make sure you give better instructions. Because the better the instructions that you are able to give, and as you adjust to make sure you give them better, the less you have to be present after the instructions are given. With influence, you got to be there all the time. But with instructions, you say it, you mean it, you hold them accountable to it. People grow. But also, it helps you realize if that person isn't able to follow your instructions, you're forced to make the ultimate hard decision, is remove them and find someone who can. So if you're going to be in business, if you're going to be in leadership, if you're going to especially try to grow an organization, it must be able to grow without you. The only way it's going to be able to grow without you, you have to be willing to lead with instructions. My wife told me before, she said, babe, you said it, but you didn't make it clear. So it's forcing me to slow down and lead with my words, not with my thoughts. A lot of times I say do something and have a lot of thoughts in my mind that never comes out of my mouth. And I get so frustrated because they did not do it the way they should have done it. They didn't do it the way I thought they should do it because I didn't lead with my words. So what it does when I'm leading with instructions is forcing me to slow down, ask the question, did I deliver it right? Did they not hear everything? Could I have delivered it different? And the more I adjust, and the more I adjust, the better I am with delivering the message. And I'm separating myself from the outcome. But also, I can quickly find out if the person I'm giving the instructions to is just unable to follow the instructions. So that's my tip for today in business. You must ask yourself, am I leading with instructions or influence? And the quickest way to get the answer, do you have to babysit all the things you ask people to do? Are you getting frustrated because they're not doing what you ask them to do? We share more tips like this and more in our Lions Den. We're always going to always push the Lions Den. We love the Lions Den. It's been a great place for us. But also, we think it helps a lot of entrepreneurs. God bless you. We love you. And can't wait to see you and talk to you on the next video.